Hey everyone, Scream here with another Duet Night Abyss guide video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to farm. Yeah, you heard me right. You can farm secret letter clues. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So, to do it, I'm going to tell you a few things that you're going to need before you actually start. So, first thing, you're going to need Rebecca. Yeah, you got her for free, so that's good. Everyone should have her. So, you're going to want to make sure she's leveled up to as high as possible. And you're going to want to use her. These are my stats on her. If you want to copy my demon wedges, you can go ahead and do that. These two slots here are filler slots. I just wanted to give her more duration, so she doesn't have to spam the ability as much. But yeah, once I get her to level 80, I'll probably put like two more volitions here or something. But yeah, you can copy my build or you can use your own. Doesn't really matter. One thing that I would recommend though is for the range, I wouldn't go too much range because you want to make sure that the enemies Rebecca kills is within your pickup zone, because preferably you're not really going to want to move all too much to pick up items. You're going to want to let your Broboxy Genimon pick up all the items for you with the increased pickup range. If you don't have Broboxy Genimon, I made a video on how to get him. So I made a video on how to get 2 guaranteed spawns. So if you don't have him already, I recommend you go check out that video. And then once you get him, once you ascend him, because ascending him will buff his abilities and stats and whatever, then you come back to this video and you continue watching. So yeah, I recommend using Roblox Pokemon. But yeah, you're gonna want the increased pickup range. If you're gonna make your Rebecca have like insane amount of range, so I wouldn't go too crazy on the range, but just enough to cover a good area. Also, as for traits, I only have a 1-star rank Genimon right now, Roblox Genimon, but I just put increased loot drop rate. I don't have a legendary one yet, but I'm working on getting that. But yeah, so or you can go pick up range or whatever. But yeah, I just went for the bonus loot. Now, for the other support character you want to go, I don't have this character yet, but you're gonna want to use Tibet because she's also a summon character like Rebecca. She spawns in these tentacles, and they do pretty good damage. So you're gonna also want to bring her because she'll also be a very good crowd. She'll be able to deal with crowds and hordes of enemies. So yeah, and then obviously since I don't have her, I don't really have a good build for her, but I would recommend building her similar to Rebecca. I would imagine. So yeah. So those are the 2 you want to have as your partners. Because I don't have Tibet as my partner, I am just using Lin. Well, yeah, you would want to use Tibet. For the weapons, I'm using I think it's called the Siren's Kiss for Rebecca for the range. And then for I don't have Tibet, so I don't know what you would want to use on Tibet, but probably something to increase range or damage or whatever. And then for the main character, you can bring whoever you want. I like bringing Stabel, and I'll show you why in a minute once I get into the actual match. And then obviously your trusty Broboxy Genimon is the the best Genimon to use when you're farming. So you're gonna want to pick the fire element first of all, because if you look at the chart here, fire. If you pick fire element, the enemies will spawn in as fire elements, and they will take 400% more damage, as you can see right here, from the water element, which is why you specifically want to go Rebecca and Tibet, because not only do they have massive AoE range, and if you bring them as combat partners, all they have to do is just spawn in their summons, and then boom, you can just take a nap, man. You can just go to sleep, you can watch a movie, whatever. You can do whatever, man. This requires barely any attention. They will do all the work for you, especially with that 400% damage buff. So on top of that, you're gonna want to start at level 30, because as far as I believe, I don't think higher level increases the drop chance or anything. But you're gonna want to start at a lower level so you can do more waves. So yeah, I like to start at level 30, and then you want to make sure you bring your Rebecca and your Tibet for the extra hydro damage 400% boost. So here we go. We got level 30, we got fire, and we got our loadout. So let's start the challenge. As for the boosters here, you don't have to bring one. I don't really like using them on this, but if you really want to farm, if you have a lot and you want to farm those clues really quickly, then you can go ahead. By all means, you can bring a booster. It does affect them, so yeah, you can use a booster if you want. But I personally, for this run, will not use a booster, so you can see the raw amount you can get just from a regular run. So here we go. So just like normal, you're gonna want to operate the device, and boom, there we go. And then you want to run back to the elevator. You're going to want to take a left right here in this corner. This is where you'll mostly be AFKing. So if I use Sibel, again, you don't need to bring Sibel, but I'm using Sibel. If you put Sibel down, you can see Rebecca targets it right away, and she will put her jellyfish right here next to the Sibel, as you can see, right? So you can kind of control where she puts her jellyfish down, which is really nice, because sometimes, your combat partners like to walk off, and, if they walk off somewhere, they, Rebecca might put her jellyfish in like a kind of a crappy spot. So, Sibel's ultimate is mainly there just to control where Rebecca puts her spawn, or her summons, so she doesn't put them in really stupid spots. So as you can see, if I wave ended, so let's continue. No modifier. If I put Sibel's ult here, Rebecca will put her jellyfish down here, and it's in a good spot, right? It gets pretty much the whole area, as you can see, right? And then as you can see, the increased pickup range is going to work as well. I'm picking up pretty much everything, as you can see in this far right side here. You can see enemies are dying, and I'm picking up the items that they drop. In the far corner there as well, you can see I'm picking up all their items as well. So yeah. You can see I'm picking up items right there, and from the back as well. We're gonna start the next wave, and this is basically just what you want to do, right? This is all you want to do. You want to just do this, and yeah, you don't really have to move too much. You can just kind of sit in the corner. If you don't have Sibel, then you can just go hands free and leave it. You can just watch a YouTube video or whatever while you're doing it. But for me, because I'm using Sibel, I gotta pay a little bit more attention. You have to obviously pay enough attention to see when the wave ends, so you can, click next wave. But, if you use Sibel, you gotta pay a little bit more attention to when you put the orb down, but it's really not a big deal. I'm gonna put the orb down again. And yeah, so this is basically the whole farm. You just sit here, and you can go for as long as you want, though I recommend stopping at about wave maybe like 10 or 11. It's probably that's like, kind of the best spot to stop at, because then the enemies get a bit too strong. That's for me anyways. If you get to level, if your level cap is 80, then you can go a bit farther than that. If you have Tebeth, because I don't have Tebeth, if you have Tebeth, who is another character that will do 400% damage, and they have also really good AoE, then you can go a bit higher than that as well. But yeah, because I'm using Lyn, she doesn't do as much damage as she should be doing, because 50% less damage. But yeah, if you have Tebeth, she'll be doing 400% more damage, and she'll be doing she has really good summons as well. As you can see, I'm picking up everything. Right, there you go. So you can see the pickup range from Broboxy is doing some work. So we're gonna ultimate again, and yeah, this is basically the whole thing. So I'm going to fast forward until I finish, and then you'll see what kind of loot that we get. Let's see here. So it took 5 minutes, and we got quite a good amount of clues. It's 17, and we got 1 bonus from Broboxy being a legend. He clutched up. He got me a 1 bonus. If you're a bit luckier, you might get a 2 or 3 bonus. But yeah, 17 secret letter clues, just base, really good. There you go. That is how you farm secret letter clues in Duet Abyss. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you found it helpful, please like and subscribe if you want to see more guides like this. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Peace.